much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz where the aim of the game is to find the most obscure answer possible. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
I'm Rob, this is my wife Alex, and we're from Barry.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Lee, this is my wife Abby, and we're from South London.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Gary, this is my wife Kathy, and we're from St Ives in Cambridgeshire.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Patrick and I'm from Liverpool, and this is my friend Sanj from Derby.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you with us. So that just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Sitting to my left at his very own specification station, it's my Pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya.
Hey, everybody.
Hiya. Of course, on TV, it looks like I'm sitting to your right.
Well, this is true.
When people are looking at it.
That's so selfish of me. Just for me, the one person.
Yeah.
And
When the millions-
everybody else,
yeah.
all the countless millions.
I know, where I'm sitting to your
Countless
right.
millions, yeah, I know.
And
Yeah.
also, this is not a specification station, it's a piece of MDF.
It's a specification piece of MDF, though.
Well, I don't know what the specification was, if it is.
Low.
Yeah, low spec.
A low spec.
Yeah. Done by Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
I know.
Now, question one today is,
Yeah.
I just had a quick look at it and I couldn't make any sense of it at all. But I've had a second look at it and now I can make sense of it. So it might be confusing at first, but I promise it's not confusing. It's a bit confusing. I think it's fine.
OK, it's going to be fine.
I think it's fine.
It's going to be fine. If I were on podium one right now, I'd be so excited. Thank you very much indeed. Ooh, Colin and Scott didn't win the jackpot last time, which means we're adding another £1,000 to it. So that jackpot is starting off at a beefy £4,000. There it is, look at that. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, all you have to remember is it's the pair with the highest score that gets eliminated at the end of each round. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category this afternoon is foreign languages. It's all looking good. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns false friends in other languages. Richard.
Do you know what that means?
No.
So a false friend, any language teacher will tell you, a false friend is a word in a foreign language that's spelt the same as an English word. So you think, oh, I know what that is, but it's a different word. Do you see what I mean?
I do.
And on this board, we're going to show you 7 definitions of words. One will be the English, one will be the foreign one. They're the same word, but they mean different things. But what are those words?
OK, so here's our first board of false friends, and it looks like this. For a single time only, English, 11, Spanish. A small, simple house or shelter, English, hat, German. A loud, deep, resonant sound, English, tree, Dutch. A baked dish, typically with a pastry top and base, English, foot, Spanish. Highly unpleasant physical sensation, English, bread, French. An extensive area of land in the country, usually with a large house, English, summer, Italian. Having a friendly and considerate nature, English, child, German. I'll read those again. For a single time only, English, 11, Spanish. A small, simple house or shelter, English, hat, German. A loud, deep, resonant sound, English, tree, Dutch. A baked dish, typically with a pastry top and base, English, foot, Spanish. Highly unpleasant physical sensation, English, bread, French. An extensive area of land in the country, usually with a large house, English, summer, Italian. Having a friendly and considerate nature, English, child, German.
That's quite fun, isn't it?
It's fun.
You see what's up.
Don't
see
just
what
see
we're
it,
drawing up.
I'm all over it.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to
exactly.
work a couple out.
OK, great.
But it's fun. It's fun, Alex. Welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Alex.
So I'm a solicitor. I work for a local firm as a conveyancing solicitor.
And you and Rob, both solicitors,
Yeah.
did you meet through the law?
Yeah. So we met in university.
When you had no idea which bit of law you were going to end up in,
Well,
presumably?
I think
or
we
did you...
both kind of knew where we were going.
By then.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, we helped each other with our strengths and weaknesses, yeah.
That's
I
nice.
know.
OK, now, Alex, do you like this round? Have you got
No.
it? You understand what the,
I understand,
what the gist
yeah,
is?
I'm with you. So I'm going to just try my best. So a highly unpleasant physical sensation is pain, and bread, obviously, pan.
OK. Pain pan.
Pain.
Pain pan. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for pain. It's right. 70. Never mind. Gets us off to a good start. 70 for pain.
Do you know what the French for magic wand is?
Pain fabuleuse.
Oh, nearly. It's baguette magique.
Oh,
It is.
magic. Much more fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
Oh, that's why French magicians are always... They're never hungry. Never hungry.
Mais non.
Abracadabra. Sorry. They never get through their spells. Yeah. Thank you very much. OK, Abby, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself, Abby.
So I work for a legal and compliance team for a private equity firm in Mayfair.
OK, well, that sounds like a fun place to
Yeah.
work. I don't know. It probably is. I imagine it's incredibly hard work, but nice of all the spaces on the Monopoly board, I
Yeah.
should think.
It's a nice
And what are your interests, Abby?
At the moment, I'm learning to crochet, so I'm teaching myself.
Now, what do you need to crochet? I know
So-
what the finished product looks like, but what's the kit?
Just some yarn and a hook is really all you need. So.
A hook and you just do...
Yeah, and you can just use your fingers and hold the
quite-
tension and yeah.
And it's just very relaxing. I
Yeah,
should
I'm
think.
making a blanket at the moment, yeah.
What, if you weren't making a blanket, what else can you crochet?
I really like to try and make like a beanie hat, but it's out of my scope so far. It's
OK,
too hard.
so far.
Yeah.
OK, well, good luck with
Thank
that.
you.
Abby, what are you going to go for on our board here?
I'm going to go for the bottom one and go kind.
Kind and kint.
Yeah.
Let's see how many of our 100 people said kind. It's right. Well, 70 is the only score we have so far, and you whiz past that. Oh, look at that, down to 33. Very well done indeed, Abby.
Very well played. Nice low score for that. And, of course, German for children is Kinder.
Thank you, Richard. So, Gary, we come to you. Gary, remind us all about yourself.
So I work for Addenbrooke's Hospital in Cambridge, and I teach people how to use the electronic record system that we have there.
How long does it take to teach?
It depends on who needs to be trained. I generally train doctors,
Yes.
and that's a 4-hour course with me,
I
usually
see.
on a Monday morning.
Oh, they
That's the start
must
to my
love
week.
that, though. No, it's nice. Start the Monday morning with Gary.
Yes.
Instead of having to get into their consulting rooms or whatever it is, you know. And if they haven't picked it up after 4 hours...
They have to sit with me for another 4 hours.
OK.
Or I can sometimes go and spend some time with them.
I bet
Okay.
doctors take longer than pretty much everybody else to learn, right?
I bet.
They can sometimes be challenging, but
That's so true.
Yeah.
I know a few people who became doctors.
Yeah, oh,
I
same.
mean,
Yeah.
listen, God bless them.
yeah,
But, you know, they've got a certain skill set.
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I come from a very long line of doctors.
No, I know. Yeah. I mean, I can't begin to imagine how long it would take to teach you about the electronic record system.
Gary.
Not one of my better subjects, this. So I'm going to hopefully go safe with the middle one. A baked dish, typically with a pastry top and base or foot, and goes for pie.
Pie, surely. Pie. How many of our 100 people said pie? Pie's right. 70 is the high score till now. There it is, 73.
Yeah, better safe than sorry. Pie in English, PA
Yeah.
in Spanish.
Splendid.
See.
Thank you very much indeed. Sanj, welcome to Pointless.
Hello.
Lovely to have you here, Sanj.
very
Tell us
much.
all about yourself.
I'm a contracts manager working for a bank in Reading.
Contracts manager, so within the bank.
Within the
structure.
bank, yes.
Yes, I see. OK, and what are your interests, Sanj?
I like football, I like to travel. I like to go and see a football match in Brazil, so kind of putting them two passions together, so...
Very good. Now, Sanj,
Yes.
this board is all yours. Do you fancy talking us through it?
No. So I did French in school. Unfortunately, the French one is gone. And Spanish has been on my list to learn for quite a while. Haven't got round to it.
It's not going to help in Brazil.
No, it won't, no.
No.
So it's going to be a bit of guesswork here. So I'm going to go for the second one, a small, simple house or shelter. And it is a guess. I'm going to say hut. It's quite close to
Surely.
hut.
Surely. Hut. Hut, hat.
Hope so.
Let's see how many of our 100 people said hut. It's right. 73 is the high score, 33 is the low. Well, you pass both of them, in fact. 27, there you are. Sometimes being on that fourth podium forces you to find a lower answer that you actually knew. 27.
Well played, Sanj. Good risk to take. Hoot is how they pronounce it. You could have a crocheted beanie hoot if you were in Germany. Fun to work out some of these. You can work most of them out from the English, really. For a single time only.
I'm going to say once.
Once and once.
Once, as in
Or
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yeah, B11.
B11.
Which is, I think, goes from Bideford to Barnstable, the B11. 71 points for once and once. A loud, deep, resonant sound.
Boom.
Boom, absolutely.
Oh,
that is tree in Dutch. 15 points for that. And this, I didn't know this was the Italian for summer.
No, if it's a state, is it?
Estate, absolutely right. Estate, or estate in Italian. That would have scored you 40 points.
All these false friends.
But it's good, it's interesting, isn't it?
It is good, yeah.
And there's going to be another 7 of them.
I know.
Yeah.
Fun. Fun. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. Well, 27. Very well done, Sanj. Best score of the pass. Then we come up to 33, Abby and Lee. 70, Alex and Rob. And then 73, Gary and Kathy. So, Kathy, I mean, you're not way ahead, but a nice low score from you in the next pass could make all the difference. So, good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? We're going to put 7 more definitions up on the board, and here they are. We have got a hard, brittle substance, typically transparent or translucent, English. Ice cream, Swedish. A dark purplish pink or brownish purple colour, English. Flea, French. A device for taking photographs, English. Room, Italian. Chief in size or importance, English. Hand, French. A mythical monster like a giant reptile, typically fire-breathing, English. Tarragon, Swedish. Convenient to use, English. Mobile phone, German. Bitterly regret, English. Street, French. I'm going to read those again, twice the speed. A hard, brittle substance, typically transparent or translucent, English. Ice cream, Swedish. A dark purplish pink or brownish purple colour, English. Flea, French. A device for taking photographs, English. Room, Italian. Chief in size or importance, English. Hand, French. A mythical monster like a giant reptile, typically fire-breathing, English. Tarragon, Swedish. Convenient to use, English. Mobile phone, German. Bitterly regret, English. Street, French. Patrick, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
So I am from Liverpool originally, and I am now a civil engineer in Westminster.
How long have you been Westminster-based?
So about a year. Before then I was in Reading, but I've been drafted into the Westminster team to do public realm design.
Is that fun, public realm design?
Well, yeah. I'm in amongst the sites every day in the streets of Westminster.
That's nice,
so
isn't it?
Nice enough. I'm mostly looking at the floor, but...
So what are you designing within the public realm?
So the highways, drainage, paving, all the interesting stuff.
That is interesting. I mean, because you suddenly get new pavements which have, interestingly, metal little bobbles on them. Those are fun.
For the crossing points.
And then suddenly they go, and then something else comes in. How often is there a change of heart in terms of the appearance of pavements?
More frequently than I'd like.
Yeah.
But I'm working on it.
Okay.
We're getting there.
Listen, there we are. Patrick, you're on 27. 45 or less, even at this early stage, gets you into the next round.
OK,
What
so
are you gonna go
looking
for?
at the board, French was my subject at school, so I think I'm going to go for the bottom one, and I'm going to say roux.
You're going to say roux for the bottom one. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with roux? How many of our 100 people said roux? It's right. Down that goes to 61. I think you've done enough there. Taking your total up to 88. Very well done.
Well played, Patrick. Yeah, roux is usually a street lined with buildings. Oui.
Oui.
C'est ça.
C'est vrai.
Allons-y.
Allons. Kathy.
Hi.
Welcome back. Great to have you with us again.
Thank you.
Tell us more about yourself.
So I'm a children's rheumatology nurse specialist in Cambridge.
Yes.
And I look after children with mainly arthritis, but other conditions.
And back at home, do you have interesting hobbies? Do you
No.
have... Yes, you surely must.
So we like going to the cinema. I like reading. We cycle. That's about it.
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, Kathy, that's good. You're on 73. 14 or less gets you to the next round.
So there's a couple. There's a risky one or there's a not risky one. I'm going to take the risky one, and I'm going to do convenient to use, the mobile phone, and say handy.
OK. Handy.
Oh.
Handy. No, I'm just trying to hear that in German. Handy.
Handy.
Handy. Handy. Handy. There's only one way to find out. There's your red line.
Sorry.
Handy. It's right. Oh, look at that. 26. Very well done indeed. Lowest score of the round, in fact, there, Kathy. Well done.
That's very well worked out, Kathy. Good risks to take as well. Once you see the English translation, you think, well, maybe, 'cause it's held in the hand, and it's exactly right, handy.
Yeah.
Their walkie-talkie in German is a handy-talkie.
That rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet, isn't it?
Nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. Now then, Lee, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. Tell us all about yourself, Lee.
I'm husband of Abby mainly. But yeah, no, I'm a freelance writer and I look after our 3-year-old Yorkshire Terrier.
So what sort of writing are you doing?
So article writing and some cookery writing as well.
Oh, no, that's fun. Is that because you have a love of cooking, or are you
I was
writing
a
on
chef
behalf?
in a previous life, in a previous occupation.
Very good. Now, Lee, you are currently on 33, so 65 or less gets you into the next round.
Yeah.
What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for the top one, hard boiled substance. I'm going to say glass.
Glass. Of course, surely, glass. Here is your red line. Can you get below this with glass? How many of our 100 said it? Glass is right. And it's good enough. Well done, Lee. 35. Very good indeed. Takes your total up to 68.
Well played, Lee. The average Swede eats 16 pints of ice cream a year.
Really?
You've got to like the Swedes.
You've
I like
gotta
it when they
like
say in
the
pints.
Swedes. Yeah.
It's about the only food stuff you have in pints, isn't it?
Or, thrillingly, prawns.
Oh, do you have pints of
Yeah,
prawns?
I like a pint of prawns.
Oh, really? Honestly, I'd rather have a pint of ice cream.
I know what you mean. How many pints there? 18?
16.
16?
Yeah. They're not crazy.
No. Fair enough.
I love ice cream.
Oh, so do I.
I wonder if anyone's eating ice cream now. You eating ice cream now? I bet you are. Oh. I'd like that. Best ice cream flavour? There is a right answer.
I think it's cookie dough.
No.
Oh, is it not?
Unlucky. No, it isn't. It's mint chocolate chip.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Rob, welcome back. Welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Rob.
Like Alex, I'm a solicitor.
When you're not doing that, tell us something surprising.
I'm a dad of 2 boys. I gave one bowl.
Not that surprising. No, that's...
And my eldest loves Hey Dougie.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah, no, he
lovely.
does.
Splendid. I love Hey Dougie. It's very good, Hey Dougie. I don't know if you watch CBeebies at all. Rob, what are you going to go for? You have to score 28 or less.
This is not my best.
And also, for fun, you can fill in the board.
Yeah, fun.
Okay. A device for taking photographs must be a camera. Chief in size or importance? Well, head? I'm not sure. Mythical monster must be dragon. I'm going to have a stab in the dark because we're not doing very well here and say that a dark purplish pink colour is magenta. But I don't know if that's a French flea. I have a car in that colour, so I'm hoping...
Magenta. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. You're going to say magenta. You have to score 28 or less. Here's your red line. How many of our 100 people said magenta for flea? Sorry.
It's all right.
I am sorry, not magenta. But well done you. You knew you had to take a risk there. That's
Yeah.
exactly the way to play it. It scores you 100 points, I'm afraid. It takes your total up to 170.
Yeah, your instinct was right, Rob. It's the only one that would have seen you through that one, so you had to give it a go. Not magenta, though. It's a tough one, this. You know that colour? It's a colour you hear of, but you don't often...
It's not maroon.
No.
No.
So I tell you?
Burgundy. That's a place in France.
Puce.
Oh, puce.
Puce. 12 points would have seen you through. You're quite right. It's camera, camera, for a room in Italian. Same thing. 79 for that. Chief in size and importance?
Main.
Main or man.
Man.
Absolutely. Manicure, all that kind of stuff. 33 for that. And you're quite right. It is dragon, or dragoon is tarragon in Swedish. 76 points for that.
Doesn't dragon sound good in a Barry accent? That's great.
Dragon.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Richard. Well, we find ourselves at the end of our first round, which means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. But the terrible news is this. Rob and Alex, our head-to-head couple, golden couple, last show. I'm afraid it's you we have to say goodbye. Thank you so much for playing. It's been lovely having you with us. I'm sorry you didn't get further at this show. Rob and Alex, everyone.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And there we are, down to 3 pairs, which can only mean it is now round 2. Lee and Abby, very well done. Our lowest combined scorers there. Kathy, hats off to you. Lowest individual score there. Very good, and a brilliant risk to take there with Handy. And Sanj and Patrick, lovely to have you with us, along for the ride. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is pop music. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many solo female singers who've had a UK #1 album as they could.
Yep, not much to add there. We're just looking for that any time from 1977 all the way through to April 2019, please. So any solo female singer who've had a UK #1 album from 1977 through to April 2019, please. That's according to the official charts company.
Thank you very much indeed. So then, Lee. See, this is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great fun. Go on.
OK, yes.
I'm going to go Celine Dion.
Celine Dion, says Lee. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Celine Dion. Down it goes, 7. Very well done indeed. Celine Dion, 7.
Yeah, she's had 5 UK #1 albums, Celine Dion.
Wow.
Wow.
And she's only scoring 7. There's got to be some nice pointless answers in there.
There are indeed.
Like the one I've got.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I look forward to that.
Well, we'll see. Kathy.
Hi.
Kathy, what are you thinking of? I mean, sorry, no, in relation to this.
I'm trying to work out whether to go modern or old, but I think I'm going. When I say old, I mean the 80s. I think I'm going to go for Pink.
Pink,
Yeah.
says Kathy. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Pink. Pink is right. That goes down to 13. 13 for Pink.
Yeah, Funhouse and Beautiful Trauma, both UK #1 albums for Pink.
Thank you, Richard. Patrick.
OK, so seeing as though we've got some low answers, I'm going to go for a bit of a gamble because it's relatively recent and I'm not sure if she had a #1 album, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go with Leona Lewis.
Leona Lewis, surely. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Leona Lewis. He's right. 13's the high score, 7's the low. Oh, and down that goes to 4. Very well done indeed, Patrick. That paid off.
See, depressingly, I think of that as recent as well, but her most recent UK #1 album was 10 years ago. Yeah. So 2 of them.
Wow.
12 years ago and 10 years ago.
And massive international sellers as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 4, the best score of the past, Patrick. Very well done indeed with Leona Lewis there. 7 is where we find Lee and Abby, and 13, Kathy and Gary. Not far ahead, but Gary, we need a low score from you. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? So then, Sanj, we are looking for female singers who had solo UK #1 albums.
Yeah, I think the one I've got in my mind had one pretty big album, so maybe like 10, 15 years ago. I'm going to go for Dido.
Dido, says Sanj. Surely, Dido. Here is your red line. If you can get below that with Dido, you are through to the head-to-head. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Dido. Oh, it's a good answer, Sanj, and it's good enough. Look at that, 5 takes you to 9. Very well done.
Everyone's playing very well. Yeah, 2 UK #1 albums for Dido, No Angel and Life for Rent.
Thank you, Richard. Now then, Gary.
Yes.
You're the high scorers.
Yeah, I've got a couple in mind. Well, I had a couple in mind. Thanks, Sanj. I'm not sure whether to just try it and... Kim Wilde.
Kim Wilde. Oh, that's good. If that's right, and it really should be. Kim Wilde. Let's find out. No red line, you're the high scorers, but how many of our 100 people said Kim Wilde? Oh, no! Oh, bad luck, Gary. I'm so sorry. That was a really good answer, though. If it had been right, it would have been pointless, I'm quite sure. I'm afraid it scored you 100 points. Takes your total up to 113.
Yeah, incorrect, I'm afraid, but her first album was the first album I ever bought, so that's something. So I'd like to be reminded of it.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Abby. Good news is you're through to the next round.
Great. OK. So I'm going to go with one of my dad's favourite, otherwise he'll be annoyed, and that's Kate Bush.
Kate Bush, says Abby. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. No red line for you. You're already through. It's right. 12. Takes your total up to 19.
3 UK #1 albums for the brilliant Kate Bush. What was your answer?
I was going to go Lisa Stansfield.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think it's right, but it's interesting.
Oh, is it not?
It is incorrect, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, you and me, Gary. Off we go.
Incorrect. Yeah. I'll give you some of the one-pointers before we go on to the pointless answers. 1 point for Avril Lavigne, Belinda Carlisle, Christina Aguilera, Duffy would have been a 1 point answer. Gabrielle would have been 1 point. Gloria Estefan, Lana Del Rey, Natasha Bedingfield, Nicki Minaj, Norah Jones, Shania Twain, Vera Lynn also would have scored you 1 point. Let's take a look at the pointless answers now. You could have had Alicia Keys, the brilliant Billie Eilish, who had a 2019 #1 album. Enya, of course. Joss Stone, Katie Melua, Macy Gray. You could have had Natalie Imbruglia, the brilliant PJ Harvey, Tori Amos. Other pointless answers, Amy McDonald, Anastasia, Corinne Bailey Ray, Diana Vickers, Ella Henderson, Jay McDonald, Kate Nash, Katie B, Kelly Rowland, Megan Trainor, Alita Adams, Sam Bailey and Sandy Tom. They were all pointless answers. Shall we take a look at the top 3?
I think we might.
The ones that most of our 100 people mentioned when we asked them this question. Beyonce with 26, Madonna with 44, and Adele right at the top there with 57.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are at the end of our second round, and Gary and Kathy, our last remaining returning couple. We have to say goodbye to you. Thank you so much for playing. I'm sorry this is where we say goodbye. But Gary and Kathy, well done. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Lee and Abby, Sanj and Patrick. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £4,000. So it's the head-to-head. You can play as a pair. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Well, what about that?
Yeah, how about it?
How about it?
Both of our returning pairs knocked out.
Gone.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Well, it is a shame. However, I always like it when it's 2 new-coming pairs in the head-to-head, because whichever pair doesn't go through to the final, the other pair can skip off knowing they'll come back.
So everybody here is going to end up happy?
Everyone's a winner.
That's lovely, isn't it?
OK, right, best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns saintly places. Richard.
Yep, 5 pictures of places in the UK now whose names start with Saint. We'll also show you the first and last letters of their other name as well. But where are they, please?
Thank you very much indeed. So we're looking for the names of these saintly places, and here they come. 5 pictures. A, St K.A. B, St G.S. C, St M.S. D, St H.S. and E, St D.S. There we are. 5 saintly places. Lee and Abby, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first. Feel free to confer. OK.
Yeah, we'll go with E, St David's.
E, St David's, say Lee and Abby. So, Sanj and Patrick, do you fancy talking us through all the other places?
Come on, Patrick.
I think I know a couple. St Kilda. A, sorry, is St Kilda.
C must be St Mark's, that's a guess.
St Mark's, somewhere on the south coast. And I think D is somewhere that's quite close to home for me, and that's St Helens. So I think
if you're confident on A, I would go for A.
Well, I was confident D.
D would be safer, but I think...
I'll go for A. Can we go for St Kilda, please? A.
St Kilda, A. St Kilda. So we have St David's and we have St Kilda. Lee and Abby went for St David's. Let's see if that is right for E. It is St David's. Down to 6 to 7, St David's. Sanj and Patrick, meanwhile, have gone for A, St Kilda. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said St Kilda. It is St Kilda. And it wins you the point. Very well done indeed. 34 for St Kilda. Good tactics there. And it means Sanj and Patrick, after one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, and you weren't quite sure whether to go for that or St Helens. It is St Helens. And that would have scored you 69 points. So it's very, very smart to take the risk with St Kilda. C, you were thinking it might be St Mark's, but it is not. It looks like it is.
St Mawes.
St Mawes in Cornwall, yeah. That would have scored you 16 points. Now, the best answer on the board is B. Now, that looks, to all intents and purposes, like St George's.
Yeah.
But it isn't.
No.
Which is why it's such a low score. Again, this is in Cornwall. It's St Germans. Very well played. If you said that, would have scored you 2 points. And that viaduct is over the River Tiddy.
Oh, the River Tiddy?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was so big. Thank you very much indeed. OK, here comes your second question now. Lee and Abby, you have to win this one to stay in the game. Sanj and Patrick have a slight advantage here because they get to answer it first, but best of luck. Our second question is all about rules. Richard.
5 clues now to facts that have rule or rules somewhere in their names.
Thank you very much. Let's reveal our 5 clues, and here they come. We have got the song composed by Thomas Arne that's traditionally performed at the last night of the proms. The biblical phrase, whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them, is often known as this rule. The rules that were introduced in 1867 to govern boxing in Britain, a mathematical instrument marked with logarithmic scales that was used to make complex calculations, and Michael Caine won his second Academy Award for his role in this 1999 film. I'll read those all again. The song composed by Thomas Arne that's traditionally performed at the last night of the proms. The biblical phrase, whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them, is often known as this rule. The rules that were introduced in 1867 to govern boxing in Britain, a mathematical instrument marked with logarithmic scales that was used to make complex calculations, and Michael Caine won his second Academy Award for his role in this 1999 film. Sanj and Patrick, over to you.
OK, we're going to go for the top answer, and we're going to go Rule Britannia.
Rule Britannia, say Sanj and Patrick. Now then, Lee and Abby. Do you want to talk us through the rest of the board?
Some of them. The rules that govern boxing and the Marquess of Queensberry rules. Michael Caine, I think that was cider house rules.
And the biblical phrases, I think it's the golden rule. But boxing?
Yeah, Marquess of Queensberry rules for boxing.
Marquess of Queensberry rules. So we have Rule Britannia and Marquess of Queensberry rules. Sanj and Patrick have gone for Rule Britannia for the Thomas Arne song. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Rule Britannia. It's right. And that takes us down to 29, Rule Britannia. Couldn't call this one. Lee and Abby have gone for the Marquess of Queensberry rules, the rules that govern boxing. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people went for the Marquess of Queensberry. That's right. 29 is what you've got to beat. It's going to be very close, this one. Oh, 33, bad luck. Good answer, 2 good answers. But Sanj and Patrick, after only 2 questions, you are through to the final with 2-0 on the board.
Well played, Sanj. Well played, Patrick. Now, it's an interesting choice to take the Queensberry rules, because if you said the cider house rules, which you knew, it scored 23 points. Would have won you the point there. And the biblical phrase, which I think you knew, Abby, was the golden rule, would have scored you 7 points, the best answer on the board.
Wow.
And if you'd had to go for the mathematical instrument, what would you have gone there?
No idea.
No clue.
Slide rule.
Slide rule, absolutely. Slide rule would have been 28. So actually, Rule Britannia was the second worst answer on the board. Yeah. You knew pretty much every single one of the other ones and then proceeded to give us the worst answer on the board as well. So I agree with you. It's a nice situation that at least you're coming back on the next show because I would feel bad. Otherwise, it'd be a tough way to go out, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. So, the pair, I'm afraid, leaving us at the end of the head-to-head are Lee and Abby. But it's all good news. It's good news. You'll be back next time. And look, there you were, the easy golden couple this time. Who's to say that won't happen next time? Anyway, we'll see you then. Look forward to it very much. Lee and Abby. But for Sandra and Patrick, it is now time for our Pointless Final. Congratulations, Sandra and Patrick. You've fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing, in case you'd forgotten, at £4,000. Now, this is the best jackpot we've had for a while, I can tell you. What's going to help you win it? What do you want to see come up?
I think we're both into our sport, especially football, also geography.
Hopefully not art, not my strong point.
OK, well, very, very best of luck. 4 things will appear on the board. Let's hope one of them sings to you. Today's selection looks like this. European battles, sporting tigers, 21st century films, and contemporary thriller writers. What do you think?
I don't think the European battles or the thriller writers. It's between the middle, so isn't it? I'll let you pick.
21st century films, please.
21st century films it is.
OK, we're looking for the cast of any of the following 3 films, please, according to IMDb. So anyone credited with appearing in 2012, Blade Runner 2049, or 2001, A Space Odyssey. So any cast members, please, of 2012, Blade Runner 2049, or 2001, A Space Odyssey. Very best of luck, gents.
Thanks very much. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Okay.
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Okay, so the only one I've seen is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I've seen 2012. I know it's got Jake Gyllenhaal in, but he'd be obvious.
What about Blade Runner? Harrison Ford's in the original. He came back, didn't he, for the...
Harrison Ford in it again, and so is Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
But they're going to be obvious as well.
2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm trying to picture it. It's a Stanley Kubrick film.
I've seen it.
In fact, I think there's only like one guy in it. Right, we're going to have to come up with some. 2012. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Who's the guy in... Do you watch Hustle, the TV series? No. Oh, there's a guy who's in that.
Oh, right, we're going to have to come up with some. Harrison Ford's so obvious. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Just trying to think of some actors that might have been in it.
Let's go for Shia LaBeouf.
He's not in it.
10 seconds left.
We're to have to name some random people.
Okay. Harrison Ford, it's so obvious, but we're just
Jake
going to have to go for
Gyllenhaal's in
it.
it.
OK, I'm so sorry. That is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers, and if you could say which film in each case.
What are you going to go for?
Okay, so I think we've had a bit of a nightmare in this round, but we're going to go for it anyway. We are pretty sure that Jake Gyllenhaal's in 2012 or 2012.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
We think that Harrison Ford came back for Blade Runner.
Harrison Ford.
Should I go for a guess? We'll
Go for a guess.
Sometimes Maggie Gyllenhaal's in with her brother.
Yeah, go for
Maggie Gyllenhaal for 2012.
OK, Maggie Gyllenhaal. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer, do you think?
Probably Maggie Gyllenhaal, to be
OK,
honest.
Maggie Gyllenhaal got last. Least likely to be pointless?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We've got Harrison Ford, we've got Jake Gyllenhaal, and we've got Maggie Gyllenhaal. Well, very best of luck. 3 answers on the board there. Who knows? One of those might win you that jackpot. £4,000, quite a nice jackpot to be taking home. What would you like to do with that, Sanj?
So for me, I've got a big birthday coming up next year, 10:30. I'd quite like to continue my travelling. So I went to South America last year. I'd like to go and do more of it.
Very good indeed. Patrick?
And along the same lines, I'm really into my sports, and I've always wanted to go to New Zealand because rugby and skiing in particular. So maybe I can put something towards that.
Very good indeed. OK, well, best of luck. Let's hope one of these answers might win you that jackpot. Your first answer was Harrison Ford. I'm going to say right now, I bet this isn't pointless, but who knows? Who knows? This is the one you thought was probably least likely to be pointless. We were looking for cast members of Blade Runner 2049. If Harrison Ford is pointless, you leave here with £4,000. How many people said it? Well, it's going down, still going down. There we are, 48. OK, 48 for Harrison Ford. Always nice to have Harrison Ford on the board there, but he was, let's be honest, he was a placeholder on this occasion. So we move on to your next answer, Jake Gyllenhaal. In this case, we were looking for the cast of 2012. Let's find out if it's right. Let's find out how many people said Jake Gyllenhaal. If it's pointless, you leave with £4,000. Let's see. Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh, no, bad luck. No. I'm afraid Jake Gyllenhaal has let you down.
I'm thinking of The Day After Tomorrow.
Well, he's not in 2012. OK, an incorrect answer. Let's move on to your third and final answer, because you said, you said quite often movies that Jake Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal, is also in as well. But quite often, therefore, she quite often isn't in films with his. So it's looking quite good.
It's good logic.
Let's see. Maggie Gyllenhaal, was she in 2012? No, bad luck. Bad luck. Well, that was a really tough category for you. You didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer. So I'm afraid you don't win the jackpot, but you've played so well. I mean, you really have. 1 appearance on the show, 2-0 in the head-to-head. Can't argue with that. And you get to take home a lovely trophy each. So very well done, Richard.
And you're quite right. The Day After Tomorrow, Jake Gyllenhaal is in. They're virtually identical films, in my memory anyway. So I see why you got mixed up. Shall we take a look at some pointless answers? We will start with 2012 or 2012, whatever you want to call it. Beatrice Rosen, Chetel Ejiofor is a pointless answer. People at home might have got that. Also, George Segal, Liam James, a pointless answer there. The biggest scorers, John Cusack, Amanda Peet, Morgan Lilly, Tandy Newton and Woody Harrelson. They were the big scorers there. On to Blade Runner. Anna de Armas, Carla Jury, the brilliant Mackenzie Davis is a pointless answer there, as is Sean Young. The biggest scorers there, Harrison Ford, obviously Ryan Gosling as well, and Jared Leto. They were the big scorers in that film. And the cast of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Very well done if you got pointless answers on this category. Heather Downham, Robert Beatty, Sean Sullivan, William Sylvester, Gary Lockwood was the big scorer there as well. Would have got you 9. Leonard Rossiter would have scored you 7 points on that one as well. But very well done if you got a pointless answer at home.
Thanks very much, Richard. And thanks so much, Sanj and Patrick. It's been great having you on the show. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £5,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.